I've never seen a movie like this. I mean, the very idea of this is not something that when I first think of movies is something that comes to mind. There probably is something because every idea, is recycled. But I don't know. I feel like this isn't, you know?
I know what you mean. I mean, for me, I'm sure there's things that were influential to this movie.
Yeah.
But generally, I find this to be extremely unique, extremely creative, out of the box, just smart, kind of philosophical thinking.
Hmm.
I don't really think that there are enough philosophical kind of movies that ask these kind of questions.
Yeah.
But it's like, philosophy of emotion, philosophy of love. How do people care about each other and things like this? I mean, on a simple level, it reminded me of the song Somebody That I Used to Know
Same here.
by
Same here.
Gotye, because it isn't necessarily that the two people, Joel and Clementine, were, well, Joel in particular, part of the problem that he was having that drove him to go get the procedure wasn't necessarily that he wanted to not remember Clementine. It was that he felt so hurt by her not wanting to remember him that that's what drove him to want to get rid of the memories, because all the pain that they've gone through in their breakup was nothing compared to the betrayal and pain he felt of her saying that she didn't want to know him anymore. And that's like Somebody That I Used to Know. The chorus is like, you didn't have to cut me off, make out like we never happened, and something like that. Like the chorus of the song says, but you didn't have to cut me off, make out like it never happened and that we were nothing. I don't even need your love, but you treat me like a stranger, and it feels so rough. You didn't have to stoop so low, have your friends collect your records and then change your number. I guess that I don't need that though. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. So it's like, it's not even all the hurt and trauma that they put each other through. It's the fact that she doesn't even know him anymore. Like, it destroyed what happened. It's like it deleted everything, and the
Hmm.
pain of that was worse than the pain of the breakup.
Well, I mean, when you bring up somebody that I used to know, I mean, there are even more connections because we have this memory where he talks to Carrie and Rob, and he says that, I wanted to call her after this fight, but, it wasn't her number anymore.
Mm,
Okay, so
I didn't even remember
yes,
that.
I caught that tonight. So that's there. And then the other piece of it is, okay, there's also a card that's sent out
Yeah.
saying, whoever has this procedure done, we'll say John Macy. It'll say, John Macy has had the memory of Joe Smith deleted. Please do not bring up Joe Smith to him ever again. He does not know he exists. Thank you.
Yeah.
And that's just like a card that they send out.
It's like, it looks like it's a form letter, because when he goes into the office,
Mm-hmm.
he sees them printing these out and to be sent out to people
Oh,
because it's
God.
part of the process. And yeah, it's, one other thing that I would say is a connection to that song
Mm-hmm.
is that song is told from both perspectives. There's the beginning section is the man singing, and you get all of his point of view.
Mm-hmm.
But then at the end of the song, the woman comes in and says, "Oh yeah, well, this is why I did that." So, it's something where I think you see that in this movie, where we really see Joel's perspective, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
but it's also very clear that, Clementine isn't the bad guy here.
Yeah.
Neither one of them is the bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
They both said hurtful things to each other,
Yeah.
and they both, were responsible for the relationship failing. So I think that that's a really fair kind of perspective.